Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the Everton news daily. It's believed Everton have bid in the region of 14 million for Southampton midfielder Pierre-Emile Hojbjerg. Lots of talk about this last night. It started with a 25 million bid, then it came down to an 18 million bid, and it was then revealed by Paul Joyce, who's normally very good on these things, that the bid was in the region of 14 million pounds. Southampton obviously looking to do business for the player who's in his last year of his contract. Possibly looking to bring players in a swap deal. There's been various young players mentioned with this deal, likes of John Joe Kenny possibly. Also Spurs looking at the player as well, and obviously they've got a Spurs player on loan at the moment, so could that come into the reckoning for the player? We'll have to wait and see. He's a talented midfielder in the style that we don't have at the moment. Someone's a bit of everything. Obviously, started with Bayern Munich. Never actually played under Carlo Ancelotti, but he actually left the summer that Carlo Ancelotti came into Bayern Munich. But someone who's done very well, someone who was the captain of Southampton, that's been taken off him now because of the situation with his contract. We'll have to wait and see. He's obviously someone Carlo Ancelotti wants. Everton see him as a good fit at a good price. And I do think he's the kind of player that we just don't have at the club. We have a lot of very similar players in midfield, so we're going to have to wait and see. Obviously, as I mentioned there, Tottenham have looked at him. They're someone, he's someone that they would like to bring in their midfield. So it's not going to be easy to get him. He will leave Southampton, but obviously we'll have to wait and see. If Spurs can offer him European football, he's a very ambitious player. He said he wants to win the Premier League and he wants to win the Champions League. So he's got high ambitions. We're going to have to wait and see whether we can convince him. And that'll be the first part, won't it? If we can get him in a room and try and convince him to sign for Everton, that'll be the first thing. We'll have to wait and see. The government have said today that fans could be back in stadiums by October if everything keeps going the way it's going. I don't know exactly what they mean by that, because we've still got some cities in lockdown and the potential of a second wave. But they're saying all things as they are, could see fans back. Now, we don't know what that means in terms of how many fans back. Would it be full stadiums? Would away fans be allowed in? Would it be a small number of fans? How would that work? Would it just be season ticket holders? Would there be a lottery system? Would Goodison Park even be considered to reopen with the facilities it has? Obviously, it's a very old stadium. We'll have to wait and see, but a lot of football fans will be quite happy with that, probably thinking that it would be maybe closer to the end of the year, or maybe possibly 2021. But we'll have to wait and see. Listen, it's a government making promises. It means absolutely nothing. We'll have to wait and see if it actually happens. But it will give fans hope for the new season, which isn't that far away, let's be honest. Once we get done with this one, it'll only be 5-6 weeks before we're starting the new one. So we'll have to wait and see. Obviously, after last night's 1-1 draw, Carlo Ancelotti's come out and showered praise on Jarrad Branthwaite. Obviously, he came in after about 15 minutes of the game when Mason Holgate went off. He said he's got a great future and he can be a fantastic player. And with Holgate probably out now for the last 2 games, Yerry Mina a big doubt as well. Why not put him in for the last 2 games of the season and let's see what else he can do. I thought he was fantastic last night under pressure. I thought he was good on the ball. He defended well. Yes, of course, he made mistakes, certainly giving away cheap free kicks for holding shirts and things like that. But he's a young lad and he's getting his first taste of Premier League football. And this is a lad who came from Carlisle after only playing a handful of games for them. So praise indeed from Ancelotti. And he's already showed in Anthony Gordon that he'll put players in if he thinks you're good enough. He'll give you a chance. So big opportunity for the end of the season now for Jarrad Branthwaite to ease himself into Premier League football. To start a game away from home and then start a game at Goodison. Yes, there's no fans, but that could be something that helps him. As we move into next season, and could save Everton a lot of money. He's obviously left-sided as well, which is a big bonus for us as well. And we've been obviously linked with Gabriel, who's a left-footed centre-back. This could save Everton a lot of money. And we could possibly put that money into areas where we really need it, like centre midfield. Certainly with FFP problems, and there is talk out there that Everton need to, get rid of a couple of players just to sort the wages out before they bring players in. Well, if we're not having to bring some players in because we've got the players like Branthwaite, then that's a massive bonus. So we'll see what happens on Monday when we play Sheffield United, whether he gets the start. I don't think there's any point in rushing players back now. There's nothing to play for but pride, and I don't even think we can. Don't think we can go into the top half. I think the objectives now is not to lose 11th place, as sad as that is. But that's it, isn't it? So I'd certainly just give him a couple of starts if other players are injured. So we'll see what happens anyway. That's up to Carlo Ancelotti. There you go. This has been the Everton News Daily. Make sure to check out the final word from the Aston Villa game. Make sure to check out the match preview for Sheffield United. That'll be going live over the weekend. And make sure to check out our interview with Yannick Bolasie as well. Fascinating insight to the player and the injury problems he's had since he signed for Everton, and how he hopes the future goes, and hopes he's given a chance. Check that out. Really good interview, honestly, really good. Really shows the human side of a footballer as well, which we don't see very often these days. So there you go. Give this video a like, subscribe if you haven't, and if you want more great videos, join us over on Patreon. The link is in the description. See you later.